Hi, this is a special edition of Multiplier Mindset, and today we're talking to Adam Schaeuble. Terrific message that Adam gives everybody, and that is to grow your business exponentially. You have to think about how to increase the value of your free time exponentially. When I heard Adam Schaeuble's story, it reminded my own story when I went to a clinic and I discovered that I was ADD, and the psychiatrist who was giving me the overview of my ADD condition simply said, you know, this entire strategic coach program that you actually created for yourself, and that all these tools in strategic coach, the thinking tools, are actually your own self-therapy to actually keep yourself focused and keep your life simple. And you've just found that what you were doing to kind of heal yourself, transform yourself, were very, very useful to other people. And what Adam tells the story, you know, about fitness, and especially about weight loss in relationship to fitness, is that this is something that he had to do for himself first. It's a tremendous insight into how many entrepreneurs become masters of their market by first becoming masters of themselves. In other words, that he had to lose 100 pounds before he really understood the whole logic of weight loss and how you had to reorganize your entire life. And as a result of that, he's become incredibly useful to other entrepreneurs, especially in relationship to a huge goal that he's actually created for himself.
My name is Adam Schaeuble, and I am a fitness entrepreneur. I've had significant results in my own personal transformation journey, and that inspired me to help others along their transformation journey. And now I'm podcasting. I have a fitness facility in my hometown of Bloomington, Indiana, and I have now ventured online with online coaching programs, boot camps, and different transformation challenges. So I decided to become an entrepreneur, a fitness entrepreneur specifically, because at one point in time, I weighed 327 pounds. And I got to a rock bottom point in my life, not only with my health, but with relationships and financially, where I decided for things to change, I needed to change. So I went on my own transformation journey. I ended up losing 100 pounds. And that led into me wanting to help others do the same thing. So I decided to create a boot camp program in my hometown of Bloomington, Indiana. I'm from the Midwest, not the healthiest region of the country, so there's lots of opportunity there and a lot of people that needed some help. So in my hometown, I went to work showing people what I did with my own transformation, and we were able to produce 35,000 pounds of results in 5 years. And that inspired me to get even more entrepreneurial and think bigger. Like Dan says, think 10x. So now I'm on a 1 million pound mission where I'm taking all my programs online through my podcast, online programs, transformation challenges, and our goal is to produce 1 million pounds of impact. So that's how the entrepreneurial journey has kind of evolved, and it's really added some rocket fuel here at Strategic Coach. I think I am in a similar position as a lot of entrepreneurs. At first, we want to do everything. That ceiling of complexity that Dan talks about, I was bumping my head against that pretty much every single day. And I just kept on taking on new things, new ideas. I need to help more people. I have that burning desire in my soul to help people, but I would forget about important things like sleep and taking days off. So I actually worked myself into the hospital 3 different times. I didn't learn the first or the second time that this was kind of scary. I was passing out from not sleeping, almost falling asleep at the wheel once. Passing out, hitting my head, giving myself concussions from not sleeping, anxiety attacks. I thought I was having a heart attack. And this time I'd already lost all my weight. So I go to the hospital and they say, sorry, you're the healthiest person we've ever tested. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? And they said, you have anxiety, sir. You need to calm down. So that was before I found Strategic Coach. And the thing that really helped me was the entrepreneurial time system, taking free days. And what I found is that by taking time off, I'm so much more productive, so much more efficient. So I can think clearly, I can make clear decisions, and I've had to prioritize and really get efficient on the days that I do work. So that's been a huge game changer for me. I think the key question we need to ask ourselves is, are we living to work or are we working to live? Are we living to work or are we working to live? That's the thing that it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I realized that the purpose isn't just more work. It's more impact, more quality of time with the people that you want to spend time with, whether it's at work or at home, and making your time really count, making it really matter. Does your time actually matter? Are you just doing more because you are an entrepreneur and you have lots of ideas and you're very busy, like a little hummingbird buzzing around in your brain? So I challenge you to take one free day. Take one day where you do no business communication, no email, you turn off your phone, and you focus on something that's not your business. If you have a family, focus on your family. Focus on the people that are most important to you, your children, your spouse, your friends, your pets, whatever. Maybe even just spend some you time. Sit on the couch and read and learn and enrich your soul with something that you've been wanting to dive into, but you haven't had the time to do that. So invest in yourself, invest in the people that you care about most, and you're gonna see exponential benefit from that. My most creative times, I get my best ideas coming off of free days. So that's my challenge, take one free day. I track all my numbers. Since I'm in the fitness industry, that's the thing that we do. We have to track data and compare and contrast. So I take at least 125 free days every year. I've done that consistently for the last 3 years. People who work jobs and they take weekends off, there are 52 weeks in a year and you take 2 days off, that's over 100 days. But a lot of that I wouldn't even count as a free day because a lot of them are checking their email, their boss is having them do stuff. If they're the boss, they're doing a few things here and there. And you're dividing your attention, you're dividing your focus. So the full throttle free days, I haven't been in the hospital. My stress levels are no big deal. I don't deal with anxiety anymore. And I'm just so much more efficient. And I feel like I'm, once again, working so that I can live. It's just so much more of an enjoyable process. No matter how much money you make, if you, aren't around to enjoy it, that's an issue, right? But also focusing more on quality across the board, quality of free days, really enjoying my life on those days, but also enjoying what I do a lot more because I'm not stressed out, I have balance. And that's the key thing that we need to focus on as an entrepreneur is finding that balance. Because without that, what's the point? We have to work so we can live. That's the key takeaway.
So just think about Adam's goal, the £1,000,000 impact, weight loss impact. What a neat way of simplifying his approach to the marketplace, his whole approach to what kind of impact. He's got £1,000,000, okay? He could have one individual that he helps lose 25 pounds. So you can just say that as an average of 25 pounds. How many people do you have to help lose 25 pounds before you get to £1,000,000? Thousands of people he has to help to get there. And the interesting thing about this is a goal that he can stick with for a long time. And what's going to happen by the time he gets to £1,000,000, his mastery and his understanding of how weight loss not only works to get it off, but to keep it off is going to be very profound simply because he has this goal. Adam's great discovery was to actually take his business 10 times and to actually keep himself in great shape and be a really useful coach, fitness coach, weight loss coach to other individuals, is that he had to not work so much. And this is really the central concept of strategic coach, is that if you're in trouble as an entrepreneur and things aren't working for you, the number one reason is that you're just working too hard, you're working too long, and that you've maxed out how you can possibly be productive in the way that you've been going about it. So what he does, he says, no, I got to take more time off. And two things happen. One is that he was much more refreshed, much more relaxed, much more energetic and excited about the work when he did the work. But the other thing is that it gave him time to think about what the big picture was for his entire career and how he had to get good at having other people around him who could do all the work that he didn't like doing, the work that tired him out, the work that bored him. And we all do that as entrepreneurs. So this is a very inspiring story. And it proves to me that if we can just get entrepreneurs to take free time and to see it as a positive, their mind will come up with all the answers that they need. They'll imagine bigger. They'll have much bigger goals. They'll have much more effective ways of going about their business. So, terrific story. I love this. When Adam talks about his old self when he was in a state of burnout and he almost put himself completely in the ditch because he was burned out, I think of the line where Scotty tells Captain Kirk in Star Trek, he says, "She's dead, Jim." He's talking about the central computer on the Enterprise. And there's lots of entrepreneurs where, as far as going forward, the entire engine of their entrepreneurial business is dead. It isn't going to go any further. And a radically different strategy is needed. And in Adam's case, and in the case of every strategic coach client who's really successful, it comes from taking more free time, not from working harder and longer. This may seem magical, but I've seen it proved so often over the last 30 years of strategic coach that it's a method, and that is entrepreneurs who take free time always come up with exactly the right answer for their next burst of forward progress. So if you want, like Adam Schaeuble, to know how to transform your entrepreneurial business and your entrepreneurial future, go to selfmanagingcompany.coach.